Hello, my name is Leah Marks, and I am a graduating senior at the College of New Jersey studying communication disorders, deaf studies, and I'm minoring in psychology. I'm here today to discuss Visual Phonics, which is a system of hand cues and written symbols that are used to build a bridge between sound and the written word, allowing children to read. The root of language is not necessarily the alphabet, but it's actually sound, and it's understanding this is the first step to reading. All languages are based on sound, however, their written forms do not always reflect this. So, for example, I have these 8 and 8. So you've got 8 spelled E-I-G-H-T and 8 spelled A-T-E. These words are exactly the same. They're pronounced the same way, 8, 8, but they are spelled completely differently. How could this possibly make sense? Research shows that, direct instruction in the areas of phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and text comprehension result in successful readers. And children must be able to associate sounds with the letters that they read in order to be successful. Children who do not have access to sound will be at a huge disadvantage, and children who have difficulty reading are also going to be at a disadvantage here. So phonemic awareness is the understanding of the spoken word being made up of individual sounds. For example, this word. It can be pronounced one of two ways. I thought the first thing, is dove, which is the three phonemes here are d, v, dove. Or it can be dove, d, like d, o, v. Those are two completely different vowel sounds, but again, this one is spelled the same way. And on top of that, the E is silent. So that makes it really difficult for readers as well. I have another example here. These words. So you have dough, through, thought, and tough. These 4 words have something in common, so the O-U-G-H, but each O-U-G-H makes a completely different sound. Got O, oo, aw, and uff. And that just, the English language is so ambiguous, and it makes decoding super, super difficult for new readers. We can see, in this example that sound is a huge, huge part of reading. And a lot of children who have hearing loss can't discriminate between vowels just by sound alone. So visual phonics makes it a little bit easier and provides children who do not have access to sound with a visual representation of each sound. Interestingly enough, visual phonics was invented by the mother of a deaf child. It's a system of 46 unique hand cues and corresponding written symbols that represent the sounds of English. This is by no means a language, but rather it's a tool or technique that can be used to help children see the sounds of English. These hand cues mimic, what the articulators, the mouth, the tongue, the teeth, what they're doing inside the mouth when the sound is produced, and it gives these children access to the sound. It makes the connection between sounds and letters a lot more clear and understandable by integrating visual, kinesthetic, and auditory input. So, with the word cat, you've got the k, which is made in the back of the throat, which is almost impossible to see. But the sound, k, cat, k would be the C sound, or the K sound. A is a. That's for the short A, and then t is t. So altogether it would be k, a, t. Those 3 symbols together show the child what sound is supposed to be produced, and it makes it a lot more, simple. So with visual phonics, you can use all of the sounds at first, depending on the age of the child and the understanding. And once they, start to use them a lot more effectively, you can start decreasing how many are being used. And eventually, especially for the words that are confusing, such as, these words. And then after a while, you can drop them all together once the child has, learned to read words by sight rather than by sound. Visual phonics can be used for not only for children who are deaf or have a hearing loss, but it's also been used successfully with children who have learning disabilities or ESL students, at-risk readers, adults who have never read before, or have trouble reading, and then typical children as well. It's a cost-effective and really creative system of teaching phonics, and it can be incorporated into any curriculum or reading program. It makes the relationship between spoken language and written language much more clear and understandable, and it makes reading a lot easier for those who have trouble or those who do not have access to sound. So thank you so much for listening. Again, my name is Leah Marks from the College of New Jersey, and for more helpful tips, please feel free to check out the rest of our ParentTube channel. Bye!